My love, let me just be serious with you. You continue to listen to those people, you're going to be broke for a very long time. Very, very long time. You'll be running after money like this. But money will be running away from you.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kopana Shimange, and this is How I Do Things, the show where you send me your questions and I let you know how I would do things. Now I can take it as entertainment, use it as advice, take it, don't take it, use it, don't use it at all, darlings. Listen, do what you will with it. Do you know why? Because not a professional. I'm not a professional whatsoever. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Honeys, so last week, Club She Is, which is my business, which is my mentoring and coaching business for women who want to earn an income their way and live their lives on their own terms, we had a masterclass about wealth. And there was this truth bomb thrown in that masterclass that got everybody moving. The room was shaking. Everything elevated real quick. Okay? So what it said was that the wealthy save 90% of their income. 90%. While the rest of us are just trying to earn our income and save at least 10% of our money. We're spending 90% of our money. So the wealthy save 90 and they spend only 10% of what they make, while the rest of us mere mortals and human beings at the bottom of the chain are spending 90 and saving 10. There's something really wrong about this, okay? Now, some of you may be saying, Kopana, you are lying. I don't believe you. Stick around, let me tell you, because a lot of our favorite money influencers and a lot of our favorite advisors are telling us to save, and they're leaving out one critical ingredient that's gonna keep us poor. Honestly, we're not going to be enjoying the quality of our lives if we follow their advice and leave out this one thing that wealthy people know how to do. So if you want to stop saving like a poor person and start earning and saving like a wealthy individual, stay watching. Number one, let me put this all into context for you, okay? When we're talking about the wealthy, we're not talking about our friend with the G-Wagon who's in debt, okay? We're not talking about that person. We're talking about people who are earning real wealth, shmoney, at the top of the ladder, right? And that's where we all want to go. Let's just say I am a billionaire, and in a year, I earn $1 billion clean. 1 billion clean. It would make no sense for me to spend the entire billion in that year. It doesn't make sense. If I'm earning $1 billion, I'm probably only going to be spending about 10% of it and saving or reinvesting the rest of it. Doesn't that make sense? If you earn 100 million a year, why would you spend all 100 million of it in the same year? That's stupid. That makes no sense. It's actually kind of hard to spend all of that money all at once just because you make it. However, the wealthy, they make 100 million and then they only spend 10 and reinvest or save the remaining 90. That's how the wealthy live. Now the rest of us at the bottom of the scale, we're earning a mere 100,000 a year. And then we are spending all 100,000 of it at the end of the year. And if we're being really good and we are just behaving and we are penny pinching, we're not buying our favorite clothes, we're not going on holiday, we are not buying coffees every single morning, we're doing our hair at home, all of those things just so we can save the pennies that we can save, then we're only spending 90%, so 90,000, and then we're saving the rest, which is like a little 10% nyana. And we think that is going to get us to the wealth that we want to have when we are retired. It's not. It's going to take really long. It's actually going to take all the time that you're working until you get to retirement for you to have some sort of financial freedom and some sort of wealth. There is one critical ingredient that many of our favorite financial advisors and our favorite financial influencers are leaving out of the picture. We love talking about saving, and we're leaving one special ingredient out. So this just leads to number two. What is the special ingredient that I'm talking about? Earning extra shmoney, honey. Yes. When we talk about saving and saving alone, we say that, okay, how do you go from saving nothing to saving 10% of your money while you're still earning the same salary. Then we say, let's go from 10%, let's try and save 20% while we're earning the same salary. And then we want to try and increase our savings, but we're not increasing our income. That's a poor man's game. If you ask me, okay, come for me in the comments, I don't care. But if we're going to be talking about saving, we cannot leave the critical ingredient about increasing our income. Increasing your income is just as important as saving, if not more important, because if we only focus on saving and we don't focus on increasing our income, then we are going to take a very long time to get to a point where we're financially independent, to get to a point where we actually get some real wealth, generational wealth, that the next generation and the generation after that can actually still spend the money that I make in this year. You have to increase your income. There's no other way. Whether you are increasing your income from a salary perspective, making sure that you know how to communicate the value that you have to your employees, and making sure that you increase your value so that what you get paid at the end of the month increases on an annual basis, that's where you get started. If you're going to have a side hustle that's going to increase your income, get started there. Wherever you can earn extra income, and I'm not talking about income from investments, I'm talking about income from where we are generating it, income generating activities outside of investments, because these have a higher yield than actual investments will ever have if you're saving pennies. If you're only investing 1,000, 2,000 rand at a time, the returns are going to be very small. But if you focus your energy on earning extra income, earning an extra 1,000, extra 2,000, extra 10,000 a month, that money will get you more when you eventually save it. Number 3, earning more is just as important or even more important than saving. Let me explain. If I'm currently earning 50,000 rand and my lifestyle costs 50,000 rand a month, and I want to start saving extra money, yes, I can go around looking at where am I wasting money and start to save. But if I want to increase the percentage of savings that I have, I'm not just gonna penny pinch till I live poor in the streets with nothing and not enjoying my life because I'm trying to save 50% of my income. I'm going to increase my income. This is what I would do. If I want to save 50% of my income, I'm going to think to myself, okay, I'm currently earning 50,000 rand and I want to save 50% of my income. Me, Kopan, personally, what I would start doing is finding ways for me to earn 100,000 rand so that I can save 50% of that and still live a 50,000 rand life. This is where you come after me in the comment section and say that, but you have to look at how you're behaving with your money, and that is true. And this is number 4. Modesty is the thing that's going to help you to build the wealth that you really want. The problem with earning more money is that a lot of people end up living a more expensive life. So if I want to save 50,000 rand and continue living a 50,000 rand life, modesty is my friend. You have to look at your spending habits as well. Saving, spending, and earning extra money go hand in hand. They're a game of 3. They're a threesome going all together. Because if I'm going to increase my savings by earning more money, then I need to learn how to curb my spending so that I don't spend more because I'm earning more. Modesty is your friend. When you start to earn an extra 50,000 rand, don't spend the extra 50,000 rand. Save the extra 50,000 rand and live in modesty. Make whatever you have stretch so you don't increase your lifestyle as you increase your income, which is where most people fall into a pit. You earn extra 10% every year, your life increases by 10% every single year. So instead of just only looking at saving, look at your spending behavior and make it a priority to earn more money every single month. And finally, number 5. But how do I start earning extra money? You make it seem so simple. Honey, you make your life more difficult than it has to be. Many of us won't do small things that will increase our income because in our heads we're just like, doing other people's laundry isn't going to make me a millionaire. No, it won't, but it's a start. Let's just say you live in a complex, and in that complex there's about 30 houses, and you have your whole Saturday to yourself and your whole Sunday, and you think to yourself, you know what, let me start a laundry service. I've got a washing machine and I've got a dryer, which I can run on 15-30 minute cycles, put into the dryer, and I can wash people's washing, right? Do their laundry. Doing people's laundry and earning yourself an extra 1,000, 2,000 rand a month means that you're earning more money than you earned last month, and that is the little bit of development that you need. You don't need to think, okay, how do I go from 50,000 this month to 100,000 next month? No, you just need to ask yourself, how do I earn an extra 100? How do I earn an extra 1,000? How do I earn an extra 10,000? You start small and then you multiply from there. So even if it seems like a really small, stupid thing to do, like braiding people's hair, and you can braid 2-3 people's hair every single weekend, it's still an increase of your income. And once you get started, once you learn how to make more money, you can start to develop the systems to make sure that you multiply the extra that you make. So never look down on any small little opportunity that you have to earn extra income. Doing promotions on weekends, calling up some friends, doing some debt collection on the phone, whatever small little thing that you can think of. Even if it seems as though, you know what, it's only an extra 500 rand, doesn't matter. It increases your income. Even if it's just a little bit, don't go spend it, save it. So increase your savings by increasing your earnings and always having a watchful eye on your spending. All right, my honey, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of How I Do Things. Please let me know in the comment section down below which point stood out the most for you. And if you do disagree with the sister, let me know. The conversations are always flowing in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up and please do share this with a friend. Until next time, hunties, I'm Kapana Shimangi and this is How I Do Things. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for watching and thank you for making it right until the end. Now if you're here and you have not subscribed to my channel, you are stealing my minutes. Subscribe. Don't be that girl who's binge watching and you're not subscribing to my channel. I know you're here every single week, or you just discovered, hey, if you just discovered me, I just discovered you and I like you too, so please subscribe. Until next time, gorgeous.